Peace, family. Y'all do me a favor, man. If y'all went here, please drop them nines and let me know, man. You know, you're here, man. Please drop them nines and let me know that you still here. Also, if this is your first time over here, please don't be afraid to tap that subscription icon. Also, don't be afraid to hit the post notification bell and select all. That way, you know that we're notified every time we go live over here, man, because we're going to most definitely cut up. We're going to cut up. Ain't no way around it, y'all, okay? I do want to say this. I apologize for the wait, man. If you're on Facebook, please get over to YouTube, man. If you're on Facebook, we on YouTube. We're going to do the lecture about the spell of sleep. Believe me, I got a lot going on, and I'm still on the time schedule right now, man. If you're on Facebook, please get over to YouTube. Peace, Crixus. Queen Walker, thanks for the nines, Reflection. Divine Heartbeat, thanks for the nines, man. We here. We're going to talk about this, though, y'all. I promise y'all. Look, I'm on a time limit. So I'm going to give y'all the information, and I need y'all to work with me. Look, this is the first time, man, we're going to do this from the standpoint in which I'm trying to do it. So, you know, I want y'all to bear with me and understand that it get greater later, y'all. It get greater later. I Tune Archer, welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. We working over here. We working on it. And I will say this, man, you know, I was just, you know, running around, man, trying to get what I had to get done because I got some other things I got to take care of tomorrow. Okay. And I will say my day has been busy, y'all. Let's just say that, all right? But y'all drop them nines for me. Do me a favor. If you in here, please pound that like button up. If you in YouTube, please pound that like button up. Facebook, get over to YouTube. I'm giving everybody some time to check in to YouTube because we finna do a live on the spell of sleep over here. We're going to get into a brief history of what it is, man, you know, and how it was placed on, who it was placed on, you know what I'm saying, what it was done for, so on and so forth, man, so that I can kind of bring y'all up to speed. This is what we've been talking about all month. Jamila, get over to Facebook. Kevin, get over to Facebook. Ebony, get over to Facebook. Tanya, why you over there? Get over to Facebook. Albion, get over to Facebook. And if you are on Facebook and it's your first time over there, like I said, pound that like button up. Okay, don't be afraid to pound the like button up. We're trying to go up in the algorithm, and we're trying to let our presence be known on this platform, y'all. Do me a favor. You know it's a battle. Every time when it comes to the conscious community, it's a battle. And that's what this is about tonight, because it's always a battle to keep you asleep. If you ain't over on Facebook, you need to get over on Facebook. Jamila Thomas, you say you wish you did have YouTube. I mean, I say Facebook. I apologize. If you ain't on YouTube, you need to get over to YouTube. Everybody leaving over here and going over there. Yeah, y'all come on in here. I need y'all to work with me, too, because I'm going to be pulling a few things up as we go along, because I want to show y'all a few pictures as we go along, and we talk about what the spell of sleep is, man. You feel me? And I most definitely want to give shouts out to Dr. Malachi Z. York for that, man, because you have to understand, man, when we talk about someone who came and did their job from the right standpoint, you can't sit up here and do what we do, bro, and not give the credits to who Dr. Malachi Z. York and what it is that he do, y'all. Okay, so y'all drop them nines, man. Free Rashad Jamal and free Dr. Malachi Z. York, man. You know, them guys was plotted on and schemed against. Understand what I'm trying to tell you. If you on Facebook, get over there. Say, do I need to get on YouTube? No, yeah. You do need to get on YouTube. Go over to Ebony Martell. Go to YouTube. We're going to do the lecture from YouTube, man. It's going to be a good lecture, man. It's going to be a good lecture. Say, what's your name on YouTube? My name on YouTube is the same over here. I Am Awakened. At this point, I got to find a way to where I can really just try to cut these videos down. But it's going to be like this in the beginning, trying to get everybody to, you know that we over here too. Also on Instagram, because I think I want to do, like I said, I want to do a live about the 7 chakras on Instagram. Divine, gratitude to the master teacher. Divine Heartbeat, say gratitude to the master teacher. That's big facts. You know, we can't be out here doing this and we ain't giving love to the ones who came along, like, you know, not just him, but Bobby Hemmett as well, you know. Everybody, Panic, who came along and they gave their energy to this cause, man, trying to wake people up and give them a deeper understanding from an ancient standpoint, from an esoterical standpoint. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, shout out to all of them, man. That's big facts. Okay, so Facebook, with that being said, like I said, get over there. If you want to see this live, man, come over to YouTube. I don't want to keep it up too long. Like I say, I'm on the time limit, man. I was kind of late. So if you want to see this lecture on what is the sleeper spell, man, get over to YouTube at I Am Awakened, man. And when you get there, Do not forget to hit the subscription icon and the post notification bell, so you'll be notified that we live. All right. Peace, love, and light to you all, man. All right. Y'all drop them nines, man. Y'all drop them nines, bro. It's been a hectic day, y'all. Not just a hectic day. I would say just like a hectic week. Just to keep it solid with y'all, man. Bro, just running around, y'all, trying to get everything, just taken care of in terms of what I'm trying to do. As y'all know, if you haven't already, man, I'm over on I Am Awakened 2, which we're going to change. I'm trying to get content created with that. I got some other things going on behind the scene that I don't really want to expose too much of because, everything ain't meant to be told, So I'm working on some other things behind the scene that's real important. So I had to get that done, okay? And I'm still not done with that, but I had to get what I needed to get done with that. You feel me? But yeah, it's just a lot going on, y'all. You feel me? It's a lot going on. So I'm trying to wait for everybody to get over here. But yeah, y'all. Today we're going to be talking about the spell of sleep, y'all. The spell of sleep. Which is a spell, y'all, that has been put on, a certain group of people, which we'll get into. We're going to talk about that. And I do want to give a quick disclaimer. I want to say, man, look, bro, if you someone over here, man, and you love and you enjoy what I do, and I say something in here that may or may not offend you, I want you to understand, bro, I'm not trying to offend you. I'm just giving the truth the way that the truth needs to be said. Okay? I don't want you in your feelings over here. We have to understand, bro, it's going to be truth told on both sides. But in order to tell the truth, you have to understand it's going to be some things that people don't want to hear along the way. So I want y'all to understand I love everybody, and I understand and understand that as a collective is the only way we're going to be able to overcome the situation. But see, it's only one thing that'll ever set you free. Y'all drop them nines. It's only one thing that will ever set you free, and this is what I want you to understand, and that is the truth. Okay? That's the right knowledge. Letitia Stone say, including English language. What do you mean by that, Letitia Stone? John Clark say, your energy is on point this week. Last Sunday, you were sleepy. Let's go. Yeah, facts. But yeah, the truth is the only thing that's going to, get you going. You feel me? The truth is the only thing that's going to get things moving, bro. And the acceptance of it. The acceptance of it is the main purpose. Because have you ever heard, somebody listening but not listening to talk? I mean, not listening to understand or understand. They're listening to basically respond. Therefore, they don't comprehend. So I could be telling you something and you could be listening, but if you're not comprehending it, then you feel me? But yeah, with that being said, let me start this off with the right spiritual energy. I want to say peace to the gods and goddesses, peace to the ancestors, peace to the archangels, peace to the high vibrational beings, peace to the ascended masters, peace to the spiritual guides and my spiritual team, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. I love it. Y'all give me the strength to do what I do on a day-to-day basis. Let's get it.
Yeah, I'm about to expose every lie they done told, like how they trafficking kids and why they ain't got a soul. They feeding off our energy, trying to destroy the globe. They got weather control, they even making it snow. But we can't run from it, gotta grab it by the antler.
Yeah. I had to throw the God in there. If you're looking for that video, man, go download it, man. That's Rashad Jamal, The Last Generation. I know it's a lot of people, man, that rock with the God, man, be asking me like, man, what's that intro? What's the name of that song? That's Rashad Jamal, The Last Generation, and I'm pretty sure you can find it on all platforms. Go download that, man. That's another way you can actually support him, man. I'm always rock with him, y'all, because I feel like, it's a lot of people that was on his team, and now that things done went a certain way, they turned sour. I'm not going to lie. I just can't do it. And the reason I can't do that is because I understand and understand how it is that they can take, right, a situation like this and basically do what they're doing. Have him degraded, have him defamed, have him, looked down upon like they doing. You feel me? Just to kill his legacy. And people don't really realize it because they think it's people up here that's coming up here on a day-to-day basis, bro. They think y'all up here just, or I'm in particular just up here just saying things, bro. Like, that's because, like I say, a lot of people have not been encountered with that. So I'm going to rock with them, bro. I see a lot of people who done turned their back on them, man. Who slandering them, who talking about them, who saying things without even saying it. It's just their body language. When we talk about certain things that they allowed to be said on a platform. Now, I understand that, everybody's going to have their own opinion on the thought process, and we can't be prejudiced toward that. But you know, if you rocking with somebody, man, it's your you know, it's your almost it's almost you know, I can't even look for us. I can't even think of the right word, but it's necessary that you know, have they back, bro. That's your opportunity to prove. That's how you know when the person, you know what I'm saying, is who they say they are when they taking up for you when you ain't around. That's how you know they rocking with you. If they taking up for you when you ain't around, they ain't rocking with you. All right. But with that being said, yeah, y'all, we're gonna be talking about the spell of sleep, bro. And the spell of sleep, man, that's everywhere right now. Understand that. The spell of sleep is everywhere right now. I want y'all to imagine, bro, being just under a state of hypnosis for over 6,000 years. Imagine that. Imagine continuously going on a roller coaster, back to back to back to back to back. While the whole time, not even knowing you going through it, you just walking. You coming through it every time. It's kind of like what I was talking about over on the live a couple days ago. That whole process of you coming here, being told you only live once, going through the indoctrination program to be taught how to live on this plane of planet, to learn some of the rules, not all of the rules, okay? Because for you to learn all of the rules would eventually get in their pocket, because then you wouldn't go to jail, right? So they ain't gonna teach you that. They're gonna teach you some of the rules while indoctrinating you, because, you know, you need to be indoctrinated from a spiritual standpoint. They know that you're a light being. They know that light is energy, right? And energy can never be destroyed. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, we've already talked about it, bro. I don't know how many of y'all be following me, how many of y'all just started following me, but if you rocking with me on Facebook, then you know we already talked about it. You see what I'm saying? You're indoctrinated continuously. You under that state of spell, you going in and out, in and out. We talked about the ancient Stargate portals, right? I showed y'all a video of Billy Carson basically saying everything that I've been telling, you know, for the ones who've been following me, I've been telling you about what it is CERN wanted to do, how it is that they're working with Sheba. You see what I'm saying? How it is that we have ancient portals all around here that's opening up on a day-to-day basis, bro. Some of them man-made. Some of them specifically designed to capture you on your way out, to stop you from going back out and coming back in and repeating that cycle over and over and over and over and over and over. And this is what you've been living for the last 6,000 years or more, okay? And you don't even know it. The last 6,000 years and you don't know it. Imagine that, man. That's sick. Y'all like it up for me, man. I got 52 people in that pound that like button up. Imagine that. That is overly sick. Thanks for the name, Sabrina Mayhan. That's overly sick, bro. You just doing that, bro. Okay, so, you know, and it's so deep. I keep telling y'all, man, all this goes back to the state of what it is that you can believe. It's just like the birthday cake thing, right? Where you get in front of the birthday cake and you reactivate every year on time what it is that how the spell was put into control to make you age a year forth every year. Understand that? That's the whole birthday cake ritual that you be so excited to do every year. And look, when I say that, I ain't trying to be no party poopers. Y'all go out. If that's what you want to do, if you want to celebrate your solar return date, go do that. But I mean, you have to understand what you're doing as you stand over the candle cake. Okay. And as you have all of these souls around you chanting, keeping you under a spell that you don't even know that's taking place, because you have been taught to believe that these things only happen where? On Disney Channel. You've been taught to believe that these things only happen on Disney Channel. Y'all drop them names, and that's the problem right now. So you don't know, you know what I'm saying? That basically, you know, you've been under a spell, man. We've been under a spell, bro. And it's sad to the, you know, and I look at it like this. A lot of y'all are just lost souls, man. And that's just it. All right. But yeah, when we talk about the spell of sleep, I want y'all to understand that the spell of sleep is a form of white magic. Okay? The spell of sleep is dealing with a form of white magic. And just like I was just saying a minute ago, right? When I was telling you about a hypnotic spell, right? That keeps you going under a circle, keeps you coming in, keeps, retraining you the same way. That's white magic in the face. In fact, you have to understand, bro, that white magic was a creation, and it was created at a certain amount of time. So we have to know the difference of these things. And why is this important? You have to understand why we're going toward the force of magic, because you have to understand toward excuse me, they're attacking me right now, y'all. They want my throat chakra. You have to understand why it is that we're going toward magic in general. Okay? Because you have to understand, bro, that this whole plane of planet that you living in is it's a magical world. It is a magical world. And if you don't know that right now, bro, you overly lost. You just lost. At this part in the awakening, okay? So you have to understand, bro, that this is a hypnotic spell. Okay? That keeps you going in the hip. And I just told you, I broke it down to you. You coming in, right? Through your mother's womb, which is the first portal that you come through, okay? Then, as soon as you come through, you being trained now even faster, right? They already tapping you with the, you understand me, right? To basically, knock your DNA off a little bit as soon as you come in. You see what I'm saying? Then, as soon as you progress in life, now we got telephones that they sticking right in your face to furthermore program you. But I want to talk about, right now, I want to talk about what they're programming you on. They're programming your subconscious to believe that you only live once. They're programming your soul. Look, they do this when they come in. Your parents start telling you this, right? This is how you automatically wiping your memory out yourself. Because you carrying that with you when you go through. And they suck you through these man-made portals that they got. So while you come back, you feel me? Your subconscious say, man, I only live once. I only live once. So when somebody else coming through and they telling you, yeah, you only live once, because this is what they're being taught in their reality. You only live once. Then you go to the minister and he telling you, yeah, you only live once, so you got to do whatever while you're here. Yeah. And you've been trained to believe everything that the church has been telling you, right? Which is a program. This is how the spell continuously goes. This is how you continuously be having your having your memory wipe. You wiping it for yourself and keeping it going. Okay? So what it does, what this spell is meant to do, is meant to cause amnesia. It's meant to make you forgetfulness. Be forgetful. That's what it's all about. That's what this spell is all about. What you see right now taking place around you, for those of you who are woken up to see it, I want you to understand what it is that you're seeing right now. You are seeing a spell in play. That's what you're seeing, bro. You seeing what's working right now, because you can open up, you can actually wake up and say, dang, he is right. You feel me? We do the same thing every day. We don't get up out of that, bro. We talk, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. It's a spell that's meant to cause amnesia. I want you to understand, man. And this spell is also known as the spell of levitant, okay, which is this person right here. Okay. Now, this is the spell of a man or levitus, and this is how he was depicted in ancient Egypt, excuse me. Okay. Which we see reptilians protected. They're being, through ancient Egypt, we're seeing these ancient reptilians, right, being looked at a certain way. They're being given images in certain ways. You see the double-headed serpent. Okay? You see the other man, like he has dreads, this one. So they're being depicted in other ways. But I'm just saying this to say that these were ancient, you feel me, guys that were actually walking amongst which they would call like serpent guys. One of them in particular was Apep. And he looks more like this. He's known as the Devourer. He's this guy right here, bro. I mean, for those of you who ain't familiar with what this is, he's mentioned all through the the Book of the Dead. I wouldn't say all through the Book of the Dead, but he's mentioned in the Book of the Dead a couple times, okay? And this is supposed to be the great demolisher. They depict him a lot of different ways, though, y'all. Let me see. They depict him like, and there's other ways that they depict them. They have depictions of them actually going to war with these, like, you know what I'm saying? Well, they have a couple depictions of them actually like fighting them off. All right. But yeah, y'all, this is this is one of the, this is our man, right? And so he put this spell into place, to basically cause spiritual ignorance amongst a certain group, and to cause racial blindness. Okay? That was what it was all about. That's why you get, the whole divide and conquer thing being used, because, we know this ain't really about war, about race. You see what I'm saying? But we're going to create a group of people that's going to go up against them. When you dig into the story of Yaqub, what was that saying? Well, he created a group of people, right, as revenge that will rule over another group of people for 6,000 years. He created a group of people, and the purpose was that to get back to what, he felt like his father's side of the family had done to his mother and father for, basically creating him. And then coming along, taking his life, causing him to be teased throughout high school, so on and so forth, bro. This is what motivated that. But I'm just saying that to say, like, in this whole story, you have to understand, bro, that this person has many names, bro. He's known as several other people. They known as the devil. This is what they talk about, especially when we talk about in the Bible, like these serpents. But make no mistake, these serpents was also a sign of wisdom as well. Okay? But I want you to understand from the standpoint in which I'm saying, when we talk about these reptilian gods, y'all. Okay? You feel me? So it's all about causing spiritual ignorance and racial blindness, because you have to understand that one point on this plane of planet, y'all, we talk about this plane of planet being one certain color. And I told y'all that we can't argue about that, because in the creation of this planet, it was so hot and dense that you had to hold a certain genetic makeup. So I want you to understand as we go forth, because I'm going to be comparing, not just in this one, but, as we go forth in other ones, I'm going to be always bringing the Bible up, because you have to understand that it's stories from the Bible that you only know short pieces of. Okay? Y'all pound that like button up for me. And that's the problem, because a lot of these have been mistranslated, so on and so forth, bro. So it's going to be, points in here that you might be like, oh, yeah, you feel me? That's what that was about. You feel me? And the reason it causes spiritual ignorance is because it causes a people, okay, we talking about non-ether beings, but we talking about a group of beings that came from the stars, y'all, that is everything and everything is them. We're talking about a non-theoretical genetic makeup, the same group of beings that have the same genetic makeup as the sun, y'all. Okay? Make no mistake, because when we go back into history, we see millions of years down the line, bro, when it comes to who's being found, they're connected to the ether gods, okay? And I want y'all to understand, I'm not disrespecting to exclude nobody or nothing, okay? But imagine you out here worshiping, you have to understand, worshiping a God that does not look like you. You worshiping white ghost God. You have to understand it's an energetic world. Anything that you give your energy to can become powerful. Any deity. Okay? Even the one that you're worshiping when it comes to the Bible, right? Because we know it's different, ways that the Bible can be looked at, and different people you can end up worshiping, but you have to understand it all goes back to one. You were made in the image and the likeness of your creator. There is no way your creator can look a certain way. And that's important, y'all. And you know what? I really wanted to find a video for y'all when we talk about what just happened with Yahshua. You see what I'm saying? And the reason I'm bringing this up, because you have to understand this is all a part of the spell of sleep. How it was done. How it was introduced to you. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people say, well, why is it so important if Jesus is white or black, or Yahshua is white or black? Color doesn't matter. Apparently it does, because they decided to change it. And that's just the truth. Y'all drop them nines, man. I mean, I'm just keeping it solid, y'all. Apparently it does because they decided to change it. And we know, bro, for any of you who walk in the spiritual world, man, you know how powerful your name is. When we go back into history, they did not just give their children any name, y'all. They gave them names that they knew that vibrated at a certain frequency, that meant certain things, you know what I'm saying? Because they understood how powerful the name was when it came to the mission, the sole purpose. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all drop them names. You feel me? So they ain't just giving nobody name. It's important, bro. Y'all, why are you changing the name? And see, it goes beyond that. You change the color because guess what? You have to do that in order to enhance the spell of sleep, in order to keep the sleep spell over the people, to make them do what? Okay? What was it all about, y'all? Let me see. I want to know what it was all about. It was to make you do what? Have amnesia. Make you forgetfulness. Amnesia means what? To forget. That's how we make them forget, man. We got to take them away from their divinity in every way possible. And we're going to do it based on a certain creation. Understand what I'm trying to tell you? And we're going to do that. We're going to do that based off of the hate that we already built in them through the book of trickology, the 120 degrees of trickology, right? And I tell y'all, man, because look, this is why I tell you, y'all cool, man, because it's a lot of stories, y'all, you have to understand that lines up with this story that is not solely about Yakub. I told y'all you have other biblical stories in the Bible, man, that equal up to, you know, these people were looked at as other people as well. You see what I'm saying? This, you have to understand that, bro. So look, just, you know, but yeah, this being right here, man, you feel me? He cast the spell. This is who actually cast the spell because like I said, you have to understand, this being right here was actually, you know, let me show y'all something. I want you to understand. Even in the Bible, man, the Bible speaks about Leviathan. Okay, let me show y'all something. Because I have to make it clear, y'all, that these alligators or these beings that could fly, bro, these serpents that ruled the ocean and things like that, they really did exist. And they hid them in there. But guess what? These ain't the topics that they having inside of the Bible, y'all. I mean, inside of the churches, excuse me. And I ain't shooting no shots at the church, man. I apologize, y'all. I gotta, you know, I ain't shooting no shots at the church, y'all, but I'm just keeping it real. Okay? So look, Isaiah, what it say in Isaiah? Bible verse about dragons, right? Isaiah 34:13 also contains a reference to dragons. The reference reads, "And thrones shall come up in her palaces, nestles of brambles in the fortress thereof, and it shall be an habitation of dragons and a court of hows." Now, hold on, I'm trying to see, because look, let me tell y'all something. I got one that specifically talks about Leviathan. I got one that specifically talks about Leviathan, and I want to make sure we get that one up here because they bring it up, but they talk about dragons all throughout the Bible, these reptilian beings, bro, that they was in battle with in some way, form, or fashion, especially in Isaiah. I can go all down Isaiah where they constantly mentioning these dragons. And then when we talk about, you know, the Egyptians, you know, they say they was into it with them too, because you have to, the history comes from there. But look, this is who they was talking about when they talked about the dragon, all right? You have to understand that this is a spell of the conscious man, right? Being blind and led with blind faith, you feel me? That has no facts of confirmation, okay? And this spell that he cast was all about keeping you outright ignorant. And it's done that for the last 6,000 years, y'all. All right? Now, I want to, this is why I say, I'll shout out to Dr. York, man, because you got to understand, bro, when and I have a direct connection to York, y'all, on the spiritual realm. That's another story, right? But yeah, you know, it was cast for Inky. This one being Inky, y'all. I don't know if you see it moving with the long beard right here. It was cast for him. Okay, he was considered to be the master of the plane of planet, and this would be the equivalent to Seth. Okay, let me see if I got Seth up here. I don't know if I got Seth up here. Like I say, I wasn't really prepared. But look, because I was running a little late. I apologize. Like I said, get graded later. But look, he would be the equivalent to Seth, though, y'all. Enki. And other names like Satan, like he'll be this how, you know how when the story goes on, it gets, you know, if you tell the truth and you pass it down 4 to 5 people, by the time, you know, it gets to the fourth person, it might be still be the truth, but it's wavering a little bit off. And as it goes on, that truth slowly becomes a lie. Right, Enki and Enlil. Okay, Enki will be to the right with the longer bill. Enlil will be to the left. All of these go back to the war between these two brothers, man, because guess what? He was envious of Enlil because Enlil was, now he was, while Enki was only the father of earth, he was the father of both. The little skies and the planet. He ain't like that. It's a story to that too, y'all. Right. So Enki was also the founder of Nod, of Leviton and the old Phoenicia as well, y'all. That's why I tell you, as time progresses, and there's stories in here. This is, you know, this is stories of Jacob and Esau. That's, you know, that's what these two equate to. Jacob and Esau. All right. So you have to understand what he wanted was, what Enki wanted was, right? He wanted to basically, let me get y'all back up here. What Enki wanted to do, y'all, was, okay, he wanted to basically change the way him, which is Leviton, Shakur, because he has many names, y'all. You have to understand, Eon, but he has a million names, bro. This would be Baal. This would be all of those demon-ass people that y'all think that came from one other deity, bro. He would be equivalent to them. But see, other cultures came along, gave them their own name, gave them their own different energy, right? And made them powerful, these different personalities, okay? But you have to understand, he could be anybody. The way that they depict these beings, because make no mistake, bro, they are reptilians, you feel me? They could be anybody, you see what I'm saying? But I'm just saying in general, what Enki wanted to do was, this guy right here, he basically wanted to change the way things was going to turn out. So what he did was he teamed up with this guy right here, okay, who would be the equivalent to the devil. Let's just say it like that. Hillel, okay. But it's other pictures of Hillel as well. I just didn't dig for that. I could actually show y'all how Hillel actually looked, being an etheric being, okay. And see, you have to understand, that's the son of, you know, Satan. So Hillel would be his son because he was half reptilian, and Hillel was half reptilian and Anunnaki god, okay? So he would be his son. You're talking about the morning star and the son of the morning star, okay? He would be the morning star. He would be and it gets a little bit deep in that when you talk about them being expelled from heaven and landing on planet Titan, okay, which is the moon of Saturn, okay? It gets a little deeper than that when we talk about where the name Satan come from and how Satan was always looked at as the morning star. When we get back into ancient history and things like that, we can get into that as well, okay? But at the same time, that's why Hillel was looked at as the morning star, because he's the offseed of him who was half Anunnaki god, half Anunnaki goddess. Reptile, okay? And half Anunnaki god, okay? And that's because, you know, a certain situation took place where his mother was taken advantage of. We went through this story before, okay? And they allowed him to do what? So this is where he get the complexion from, the black complexion, for those of you who know the pictures of Hillel, okay? And so he wanted to cast it on, his brother, okay, wanted to cast this on Enlil. He wanted to cast it on Enlil and his seeds. He wanted to steal the birthright, going right along with what? Jacob and Esau, y'all. He wanted to steal his birthright. His right to rule over the skies and the earth, the little skies and the earth. He was mad because he didn't get it. So he teamed up with this reptilian right here, okay? This is Inky right here, right? Enlil, I mean the one with the beard. He teamed up with the reptile being that I just showed you right here, which would have been Apophis, which would have been Apap, Leviathan, the great dragon, the great reptilian. Okay, they teamed up with them and came up with a way as to how they was going to steal these 10 tablets that he had, which were considered to be the tablets of destiny, the Akashic records. Okay.
Yeah, I'm about to expose every lie they didn't tell.
My bad, y'all. I apologize. Which was considered to be the Akashic records, right? The tablets of destiny, so on and so forth. And what they wanted to do is, I guess he wanted to go in and rewrite everything over. He wanted to make it to where he could rule, okay? Because you have to understand, as above, so below, meaning what? What is going on? The structure that you see going on down here came from the structure of the heavens. There is nothing that's going on up there that's not going on down here. Because everything that's going on down here came from there. Y'all drop them nines. Excuse me, I was still hot in here. Y'all drop them nines. Everything came from there. Okay? So, he couldn't actually take the position of rulership because, he was a half-breed. And you got to understand his wife gave him a maid, basically, in so many words, allowed him to have a baby. He had him. When we get into the story a little bit more, right? Their father, I knew, okay? His wife gave him a maid, allowed him to do that. But once it was foretold that one of them was going to go off and be great, you feel what I'm saying? She wanted to expel the other one from the home, okay? She wanted to expel the other one from the home. Like, no, you know what? They got to go. And henceforth, they plotted and schemed on how it was that they were going to try to steal the destiny. You see what I'm saying? So he wanted to steal those tablets because when his father gave him, the position over the little earth and the little heaven, you feel me? He didn't want him to have that. He wanted that. He felt like he should have got that. I'm the oldest. I should have that. That should be my birthright no matter what. Forget the rules. Okay? So he teamed up with Leviathan, right? And what they did was Leviathan, Kingu, Shakur, whatever it is you want to call him, right? And we'll just call him the devils just so you guys can relate to it a little more. What he did was he went into he started to befriend Enlil to the point of where he was like, you know what, man, let's kick it, man. I want to be your bodyguard, man. But this was the whole scheme that they had put together. I want to guard these tablets. But he was doing this to see where the tablets would have been left at, what chamber they was going to be in, so on and so forth. Okay? In which he actually succeeded. He ended up taking these tablets, all right? And what he did was he took them back. Shakur, the little, look, this guy right here, y'all, Levington, okay? A pep, Amani, and you can look him up. He's on the Egyptian wall. He took them back. Who would be the equivalent to him? He took these tablets back to Inky, okay? But the only thing is he didn't do what he was supposed to do when he took them back, okay? He cast a spell. Not only on he took the tablets and he cast a spell on the seeds of Inky, but he also, cast a spell on Enlil's people too. You feel me? And this is according to the Sumerian text, y'all. Understand that. Okay? According to the Sumerian text, it was cast by a being. The spell was cast by the being with the name Apophis, Amam, who is he's an ancient Egyptian underworld deity. Okay? And you see him, y'all, sitting at but he cast it on these people. Who are the what? This is the one that you see at the bottom left. This would be a depiction of the Egyptian, who are the Egyptian, the real Egyptian Moors with the curly woolly hair. These are the real Egyptian Moors right here at the bottom. Then you see at the top, these are the Cushites, the Ethiopian Cushites. Okay. Then you see to the further left, you see the Nubians. Because you have to understand that you were a Nubian before any of this even came along. Before these beings came along, bro, this is what you were. Nubian meaning what? Light-bearing, life-giving energies of the sun. I told you this already. Now eat the beans, right? Ethiopian. Ether utopian meaning what? Having ether characteristics. Okay? That's what that means. Ether being. You are. And what is ether? 9. The 9 is 9 total gases is necessary. These are 9 etherical gases that is necessary to create life on every level of life, y'all. We done talked about this already. This who this was casted on. You see what I'm saying? A being by the name of, he did that. But see, it didn't work the way that he wanted it to, y'all. Because not only did he cast a spell on him, he cast a spell on his people too. You see what I'm saying? This was done 6,000 years ago, y'all, at the beginning of the new moon cycle. The last moon cycle, y'all. Let me see if I can get y'all back up. This was done, look, 6,000 years ago, the last moon cycle. He came along. He stole these tablets of destiny. Having Enki under the impression that he was rocking with him, but the whole time he was trying to get the tablets to switch things up. This ancient Egyptian god deity, right? This snake god, right? By the name of Kingu or Leviathan, Apep, Amami, whatever it is you want to call him, came along, stole the destinies under the impression that he was going to help him. All along, he took him, not only cast a spell on Enlil's seeds, but also cast a spell on his seed as well, y'all. And that spell, look, is still under play. And it was a spell of trichology. Okay? He shook the planet up when he did that. Understand what I'm trying to tell you? When he did that, he shook the planet up. Okay? So he did this 6,000 years ago, y'all, around the last moon cycle, which I keep telling y'all, when we talk about the spell that's been on you has been happening for the last 6,000 years. Now we're in the age of Aquarius. We're in the last 6,000 years. So we was halfway through the last equinox. When you talk about what an equinox is, that's 24,000 years in which the moon has an energy phase and the sun has an energy phase. Now that's going to be split from like the moon, okay? First 6,000 moon, next 6,000 sun, or it might be the first 6,000 might be sun. The next 12,000 might be the moon. But right now we're walking into the age of Aquarius, which is the last 6,000 years, right? And that's in the sun. Okay? This is why everybody on the planet is starting to begin to wake from this spell. I keep telling, ain't no coincidence, bro. It's no coincidence that everybody wants to know who it is that they are. That's because it's meant to happen. Everything is happening in divine purpose. But see, it's hard for people to wake up because they don't even know that they under a spell. That's what I've been preaching about all week. You have to know that you're under a spell to even try to work against the spell in some way, form, or fashion, to even give the spell some type of combat. But see, they've kept you under a hypnotic trance so long by keeping you going through a cycle, a ritual, your whole life of coming back in, getting rebirth, being told that you are not living more than once. Not only in here, but in the religious establishments that you deem worthy enough to even tell you how many times you can live. Okay? You have to done, it was done. And I said earlier, you heard what I said when we talk about the spell of sleep, it's white magic. That's how it was done. You have to understand that white magic was considered to be the suh. Okay? It was religion. They did that through religion. That was the first thing that they did, y'all. They used religion to come in and take you away from what it is that you knew. And look, how did they do that? They took your history and then they whitewashed it down while having y'all bump head. See, they under the spell because they didn't know the rightful reason to what it is that they was doing. This is something that they was indoctrinated to do. It was breathed into them. Y'all understand that throughout the creation. To come up against these group of people, put them under a spell and rule over for 6,000 years. When we get into the story of Yakub, what did he say? He told his generation of grandkids and his kids that, look, or better off, when he first started, when he was out telling people about, how it is that he can show them how to do what. He said, I can show them how to rule over a nation of people for 6,000 years. This all goes back to Egypt. It all goes back to Enki and Enlil. It all goes back to some of your bloodlines as well. You see what I'm saying? That's facts. That's how they did it. They came in, y'all. Okay, they befriended you. And then what did they? Well, I wouldn't even say they befriended you because they did. They came with a little heat, bro. They had to be banded. You know, that's a whole nother story. But it's a little deeper than that. And I'm just, like I said, I'm just gonna tell y'all the truth, okay? Religion ushered this in, y'all, okay? And y'all heard me say a couple times how the way they did it was they took you away from what it is that you know that you are. Your connection to the plane, the planet, your ability to be one with nature, to control the elements. They took that from you and told you it was bad. They banned it from you. They recreated the characters, that were in the biblical text because guess what? They knew, that, see, you have to understand, bro, who you were. They knew you were God, so they had to take that away from you by making you think that if you worship somebody like them, when we talk about Michelangelo painting a picture of him and as Jesus, like, bro, I'm talking about, bro, and painting all of the biblical characters just, from a standpoint of which we all know that they wasn't. And like I say, it ain't no shots being thrown at nobody. I'm just telling the truth. Then giving you a false God, something to worship outside of yourself because they knew that you were connected. You were connected with the spirit, bro. With the planet. You were connected with the elements, bro. So we got to make them think that what they're connected with is bad. You feel what I'm saying? And we're going to give them some outside of their self, and we're going to call it the gospel. Okay? And we're going to call that gospel the Heka, which is the word, the spell of the word. Because Heka spells are all about speaking because they know it's power in the words. You see what I'm saying? We're going to call it the gospel, which is the go spell. We're going to call that go spell Heka. We're going to give them a false reality to live in. See how it's done, bro? And this ain't me shooting my shots at nobody, bro. This is me trying to get you to wake up, bro, and see how the spell was done. They came along. They stole your history, right? They reprogrammed it. They beat you out of your language, bro. They took you away from your connection to the plane, the planet. Okay? They took all the great things you did, put it in the biblical context, which we'll get into who was it was Seth. Because Seth was the first deity, y'all, that was given to the land. You feel me? He came along. I told y'all, or we could call them Tammuz. With like 14 other elders, him being a disagreeable Yahweh. One of the 24 elders that came down here doing the recreation or the replenishing of the planet. You feel me? But yeah, they gave you the ghost spell. Let's take this away from them. We're going to take their power away from them. We're going to make them believe, right, that the people that, look, we're going to take their power. Not only are we going to take their power, we're going to take their image, take their image, we're going to put our image over it, right? And then we're going to serve it back to them, right? All of the miracles that they did, all of the creations that they made, bro. We're going to take their history from them and serve it back to them. Making them think that the one that's holier than thou, you feel what I'm saying, does not look like them. But nobody ever came along and thought, well, maybe some people did. I can't even say that. That was when the more the spell started to break, I believe. But at the same time, nobody ever came along and got to the history because, they even changed the language, bro. You couldn't study the way that they were studying. They kept you away from all your ancient knowledge. Years and years. Imagine people not knowing, bro, that you've been here before them. That's what the school's for when they bring you through. You thinking they been here before you. That's the spell. And they doing it all through religion, which is the Seth, okay? Which is white magic. That's what religion is. It's white magic. Which I know is going to be a lot of people that's going to beg to differ because, like I said, when we get into a lot of, and I ain't the best at that, but I'm going to say, when you talk about Hinduism and voodoo and things like that, their religion, their way of life, some of them actually use the Heka, the spell of word, the Bible. The word, okay? You have to understand that these are 6 ether white vapors. You have to understand you made in the likeness and the creator of I mean, the likeness and the image of your creator, right? So if you worshiping somebody that don't look like you, so why are you in that case, why would you worship somebody that do not look like you? And then you got a lot of people, they going to come along and they going to say, well, how is that spell affecting us now? I don't see it's affecting us now. That's because you walking around and chasing tweet bird all day. You ain't never stopped to realize, but I can't even say that. It's because they keep us so distracted, y'all. See, they beat it into your ancestors. Your ancestors taught it to their children. They taught it to their children. They taught it to their children. Even though some people came along and told the truth, it was lost. The truth was lost along the way. Because in some way, form, or fashion, the spell of sleep ended up becoming a school. They no longer needed your word of mouth to indoctrinate them. You invited your children into the school when you voluntarily signed certain paperwork, entering yourself into certain contracts and things like that. And unbeknownst to yourself, and because they kept you so busy, I want you to understand that, the reason, you feel me? I want you to understand this is why you can't never look into nothing. How they gonna find out? We got them busy all day. They working all day, excuse me, y'all. Say sleeping hard, that's big facts. You feel me? They working all day, they don't know. Imagine, and for some of y'all my age, y'all already know, bro, how we was going through the fake religion. We had to partake in dealing with the fake religious books. That's a part of enforcing the spell of sleep, the religion books, going to the religious establishments. This is how it's being forced upon you every day, and you don't even know it. You running around screaming, hallelujah, you praising a ghost outside of yourself because you don't even understand, even though they tell you in the scripture that strong is he that is in me. They tell you, man, God is in you, man, because look, strong is he that is in you. You feel what I'm saying? You running around talking about hallelujah because you don't understand and understand, bro, that you are the God that you looking for. And that's because they took it away from you, gave it another image so that you would think that it was another group of people that was out here creating these miracles outside of yourself, so that you would never know how connected you were to this plane, the planet, so that you would never, ever get inquisitive and start to want to jump into it. You see what I'm saying? They got y'all out here like this. They got you on strings, y'all caught up in games. Look, watching TV all day. Some people filming. They stepping into their purpose some way, form, or fashion. Look, whole time the TV watching you. Look what's happening over here. Y'all see this? The TV watching you. You watching the TV watching the you while you playing the team. So you look gang, so you a TV head. Everything you do is you walking around, you feel me? Being manipulated with everything that they do. Look, this is how you look. You got your glasses on. You caught up in the metaverse. Say Vacation Bible School. You caught up in the miracle verse. So this is how they enforce it, y'all. Through fake religious books. As we were saying in so many words, through the white propaganda. That's put on, you have to understand, it's put out by the religious groups such as Judaism, Christianity, Islam. Okay. I think that's a religious group in itself. Many others as well. Okay. I'm not leaving nobody out, but this is how I want you to understand it. This is how they push it because they've changed all the biblical colors and names of these characters. Generations and generations of people coming in, being indoctrinated by the school and continuously going to church, seeing these images. So you being indoctrinated from an imagery standpoint. This is how the spell of sleep is constantly being enforced over you on a day-to-day basis. You don't know it. Y'all do me a favor, pound that like up, man. I'm telling you something, man. Like, look, this is the spell of sleep that was put on you by this group of individuals, man. Okay? Understand that, man. They introduced it to you through religion. The spell of Leviathan, the spell of Kingu was introduced to you through religion, also called the spell of Imam. Okay? And this was done by the help of Apep, who was known as a reptilian in the Samaritan doctrine. From the Draco star system. They talk about this in the ancient tablets. Why is Samaritan always important? Because we know ancient Samaritan was amongst the first civilization, if not the first civilization, to do anything and everything. Everything that you know, everything that you think you know, it came from Samaritan. The way you eat with your forks came from there. The way you garden came from there. Okay? How you went to school came from there. The way you were educated, like surgery, technology, it all came from there, and it was dwindled out into all these other cultures. And it slowly evolved. That's why it's so important. So, and I keep telling y'all, when we talk about this, you have to understand, bro, that we're talking about things beyond that. We're going into the cosmos and things like that, okay? Like I said, according to the tablets of destiny, which were called the scroll of halls, y'all, or the Akashic tablets, okay, was stolen by Enlil because he wanted to have what was known as Enlilship. He wanted to have ruler over the sky. He wanted to rule over the sky. So he went to, Leviathan, Kingu, the serpent god, who was known as a draconian or reptilian. He was known as a reptilian in Samaritan doctrine who came from the draconian star system. Star constellation. The Dracon or Draconian star constellation. Ask yourself, you think your ancestors finna sit around and carve shit up like this all day for no reason, man? You don't think they had better things to do? We're talking about individuals who created pyramids. You see what I'm saying? You think they finna waste their time carving these things in the wall, man? You feel me? You think they finna, bro? They telling you what's going on, bro. Look, we've been at war with these people. We showing you in the depictions, bro, these snakes that came up that we got to fight off. You see what I'm saying? Bro, we've been at war with these people. This guy right here, who we call the Demolisher, which is a pep. You see what I'm saying? Who came along, who has many names, y'all, came along, stole these Akashic records, and turned everything around. Not only putting a spell on us, but the seed of Enki as well. Okay, this is, you got to understand, bro. And this whole thing is being enforced continuously through things like the media, because whether you believe it or not, it's evil spirits that's controlling the media, y'all. This is a spiritual warfare. Understand what I'm trying to tell you, man? And we are, look, and it all goes back to what it is that we talked about, y'all. It all goes back to what it is that we talked about when we talked about. It's people around here that's actually soulless beings. They can't think for themselves. And when I say they can't think for themselves, I'm not saying because they don't want to. It's because they actually can't. They do not have an inner monologue. Okay? So we know that these are soulless beings walking around here. You see what I'm saying? People that's programmed. Now, what's driving them? Demons? You see what I'm saying? These evil spirits that's will do anything to get a bit of spotlight, y'all. These are the ones that's coming along, bro, and programming you, right? And they're sitting up at the top at these news media platforms and things like that. These are the ones who will not let you ban for anything in this world, because they know that these are propaganda-based social media platforms. When I talk about platforms, I talk about CNN. You know what I'm talking about? Fox, CLN, platforms like that, CNN, that's put in place to think for you. Okay, to make you feel like this type of group of person is hateful. Okay, these type of group of people are, they racist. You see what I'm saying, though? This is what that does for you. Not only that, when we talk about, when we talk about that, look, you got to think about a lot of these television shows, man, that teach your child how to dress, what clothes to wear, how they should approach a woman, what lifestyle they should want to live. You know what I'm saying? Dictate the pace of what they're doing at a young age in the community, ultimately pushing them off into the graveyard. When we talk about kids out there listening to music and want to rob, steal, kill, and sell drugs. That's the power of media. You see what I'm saying? To cast a spell upon people, to lead, to influence. And on a mass scale, bro, why you think they going crazy, y'all, about stuff like this? Okay, we got to find out how we can hide them without getting sued. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, we got to figure out how we can push them down the algorithm without getting sued. We have to find a way where we can say what they're saying is false. That's them fighting and still trying to keep the spell over you. Because whether you believe it or not, social media is almost like a media platform. You can come over here and get information that you ain't going to be able to get over there. So they want to dictate some of that because they know that's fighting against the spell. They know how powerful social media is. They know that these platforms was really meant to continuously force the spell on you, enforce it. Y'all drop the nines, man. Let me know y'all here. They dictating what you should wear and everything. How you should feel, where you should go, where you want to go. All of this is dictated. You don't think for yourself? Wake up, bro. This is what's happening in front of you. You do not think for yourself. But you thinking for yourself. That's a deep spell. That is a deep spell. You're not thinking for yourself. Imagine waking up and saying, dang, I'm finna go get those LeBron because LeBron had them on at the game. Some of the guys who are in love with LeBron because they've been programmed to think that LeBron is the best basketball player in the world, unbeknownst to themselves, right? Went out and bought LeBron shoes, right? So now LeBron shoes is a big trend. You see what I'm saying? It's a big trend. Because guess what? If one person got them, look, I'm going to get them. And that was the point. So everybody, I got to go get me some. That's a spell. You don't think it's a spell, bro, for you to go continuously go get Jordans every day? What you think they doing? They dictating the way, you see Jordans on people in the movies. They've been, when you talk about Martin and all that type of stuff, Martin was advertised as Jordans and y'all ain't even knew it. Will Smith advertising Jordans, y'all ain't even knew it. Other people's favorite basketball player while Jordan ain't getting hyped up. And this is all through the media because if it wasn't for media, nobody would know Michael Jordan if it wasn't for television. Nobody would know Kobe Bryant. Nobody would know LeBron James. Understand what I'm trying to tell you? So through the television, you're being controlled. They're showing you how to live, how to eat, how to shit, look what they doing to you. This is how the spell is being enforced on you on a day-to-day basis, man. You feel me? Telling you where you should work as well. I don't care who you is. If you're an influencer in some way, form, or fashion, bro, the television is telling you where to work. If you're incapable of doing something that is unique to you. Yeah, because you watching these same television shows with these same people up here chasing $1 million, bro. You feel me? And I'm just giving you game on how you spell. It don't matter if you're doing good in life. I'm not knocking you. I'm just showing you how you're under the spell, unbeknownst to yourself. You see what I'm saying? When you see these individuals, when you see these individuals, right, they sitting down here on these social media sites, or they have videos and they got these nice houses, they got the nice cars, and make no mistake, YouTube is being used for that as well. It's become a big marketing platform. You see what I'm saying? It's become a big marketing platform. You see what I'm saying? So they using that, bro. They catching people over here to try to push the agenda as well. Now you thinking like, okay, well, you know what, man? I got to be this too. I'm gonna be this too. That's YouTube. That's social media. Thinking for you. I'm gonna go ahead. I want to be a social media influence, man, because guess what? This is what they telling us to do. We paying people. You feel me? I want to be like the influencers that's put in front of me. The same reason people want to be basketball players. That's scouting. Let's put basketball players up there and give them a rich lifestyle, a big house. Let them travel the world, so on and so forth. Give them a large amount of money. And this is what they should be chasing. But unbeknownst to them, this is going to be the whole circus that's going to keep them distracted from knowing that they in a spell of sleep and they've been walking around in a state of amnesia this whole time. And it goes back all the way to the beginning of time with Enki and Enlil when they first came down here and they created this realm around reality. When they first came down here and landed and saw that it was in a state of abyss. And what I'm telling you right now is how it became, because what really happened is when he stole these ancient tablets, right, after he put the spell on it, he changed destiny and they caused this plane of planet to like go into a state of a bliss. It shocked the whole council. Even Enki, they didn't know what to do when he stole these tablets. He changed the destiny of, he cursed off what the people for the next 6,000 years. Okay. They had to come back down here, y'all. They had to come back down here and correct it. When we talk about these 12, I told y'all, in the beginning when we talk about the Anunnaki and we talk about the 24, the Council of 24 who came down here, which was 12 agreeable beings who came down here, right? When this planet was in a state of abyss after the last meteor shower that took out the dinosaurs happened, okay? They came down here and saw that the smoke hadn't cleared. So when they came down with their spaceships, they cleared the smoke out with the engines. It revved it out. They were trying to see if the planet was good enough to try to even rebuild, to get activated too, okay? And so once they saw it was good, this is the beginning story, okay? They came down here and asked the Most High. I knew they say, man, let there be light. And he attuned the sun to make, it be some form of light on this plane of planet. And the 7,000 years, 7 days that they're telling y'all that it took to make up, that was only 7 days. But that's all because of what happened with the spell of sleep and how it is that you've been, under this spell for forever, y'all. You feel me? Think about that, y'all. You been told, thanks to Divine Heartbeat, you been told what to eat and everything, y'all. So this is what I wanted y'all to know. I wanted to just dig into this for a little minute, y'all, and show y'all basically, what the spell of sleep is. For those of you who just getting here, man, okay? The spell of sleep is white magic, whether you want to believe it or not. Now, you have to understand that you came from dark matter energy. You were made up of dark matter energy. You are chaotic energy in itself, okay? And you have to understand they couldn't deal with that chaotic energy. You had to be chaotic, man. You was in tune with the planet. You was well balanced out with your masculine and your feminine. You are a natural chaotic energy, bro. You're supposed to have a dark edge to you at all times. Okay, you warrior energy. Understand that, bro. Understand, bro. The spell it's a spell of amnesia. It caused you to forget who you was, right? When they came down here, look, that's what was cast upon you. Like, look, I'm going to trick them in. We're going to come in and get these tablets, bro, and we're going to rewrite destiny, bro. We're going to cast a spell over them by doing this, that, and the other. We're going to take their history from them. We're going to change all of their, ancient books about people who came along and did great things. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn around and we're going to reserve that to them in our image to make them think that we the ones who was connected to the greatest thing in the world. But the whole time in what they planned, it was these serpents. Because you have to understand, we're talking about a creation of people that was pushed out to serve this agenda. So this is what they say when the whole time your people sent the people out to handle the business. Because all skin folk ain't kinfolk when we get into the story of Yakub. You feel me? This is why you're in a state of ignorance, bro. Because not to know thyself is a state of ignorance, bro. You don't know who you are. That's what this spell did. It taught you how to hate self-kind. You don't like your kind, bro. You be willing to knock. Look, your people out in the street, you willing to knock them off, bro. Y'all don't care. You have not raised to that frequency yet till you really realize, like, okay, well, look, all of this is a spell. Everything that we're doing is meant to happen to us, bro. It's a part of the spell. Genetic genocide. And as I said, I ain't throwing no hate at nobody because I already know people, man, when I get to here and I start saying certain things, man, it's going to be some people that's going to come along, man, they're going to sweep it down like, oh, he racist for even saying that. No, it's the truth. I have love and respect for all y'all. Don't switch up on me because I'm going and I'm telling the truth now. Keep that same energy. Okay? But I want you to understand, y'all, that it wasn't all their fault because the agents were the black people. They sent who? The black Egyptians were the same people that they put under a spell that came through and helped them put you under a spell, right? You have to understand that these are the seeds of Satan. Satan actually had his own seeds. They were black men. Don't ever get that twisted. These fallen ones, right? They was black angels that fell. So that's why I say, bro, we can't get it. And this is why you can see somebody, right, of your own kind, your own color, they be willing to knock something off because they doing the job of the enemy unbeknownst to themselves. It was set up. They still got that bloodline in them. They not all skin folks ain't kin folks. You running out here in the streets, kicking the people. They on a whole different spell than you is. They don't got ancient nor royal bloodline. They got the bloodline of the ones who fell. You shall know the seeds by the fruits that it bear, right? The found empress, thanks for the name. She say the found empress say it's the truth, and we need to set us free. That's big facts. You feel me? Yeah. So that's what that was all about, y'all. And you have to understand, what they did was, man, they gave you a deity by the name of Seth. I wanted to show y'all the picture of Seth, man. Let me see if I can get Seth up in here. They gave y'all a deity by the name of Seth, y'all. Okay. Who was like I said, who would be also the equivalent to Nod. I mean, who was also the founder of Nod, but he would be the equivalent to Enki, y'all. They gave y'all him, which would be the Jehovah, okay, the God that you worship. Furthermore, keeping you under the spell. What he did was he came around. I told y'all we're gonna talk about who Tammuz was. Tammuz was actually a deity. He was a god deity that came down. Okay, give me a second, man. Okay, he was a god deity that came down when the people was building the tower up. The Tower of Babel. He caused everybody's language to separate. What he then did was, because he didn't want them to do that again. Okay, he didn't want them to do that again. He switched up all of their languages. Okay, hold on, give me a second, y'all. Give me a quick second. What? Oh, okay. Okay, y'all. Yeah, like I said, Tammuz was basically the Egyptian. He was an Egyptian god that came down. When they said God came down, scrambled up the voices of the people at the time, this was him, because they were building the tower to the heavens, and he didn't want them doing that. So what he did was he came down and he scrambled it up. This is Tammuz. We'll talk about him a little bit later, okay? But he scrambled their language up, okay, and then went and stole all of the ancient teachings and plagiarized these books. Him and another group of 42 Anunnaki gods and goddesses, which were the council, okay, which were the council of 42, okay, and then they reserved them because they knew that they could keep them in control by doing this. Make no mistake, it was all about getting gold. We'll get into that a little bit later, y'all, but I was just informed by my daughter that I had to go take care of some business with my other baby. I hate to end it like this, y'all, but I did try to give y'all the best that I could do in terms of this lecture, man. Hey, look, I promise y'all the next lecture is going to be more on point, y'all. I apologize. But with that being said, let y'all go, man. I want to leave y'all as I came. I want you guys to always be aware, because to be aware is to be alive. And as always, peace, family. Peace, meaning positive energy, always creates elevation. Ashay.